What is up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm the Random Bear, and finally getting a chance to play the second game of this series. I did get all three, uh, so let's dive right into it. I'm interested to see if this is going to be the same as the other one. Before experiencing the Horizon, highly recommended. You've played its prequel. I have. You will stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you've played the test first. I think it has a bit more sense carries the weight of the examination is left off. Okay. I'd like to urge you to go and play the test now. I've already bought all three. I've played this and played in order. You would certainly get a bigger benefit overall by taking the tests in order they're meant to be taken in. I'd like to close this game, and so you have the opportunity. I've already played the test. That is wonderful news. We can continue. Okay. Same place, kind of. Hello, and welcome to my office. It's truly a pleasure to see you here today. What happened? Please excuse... No, no, I'm not going to excuse the mess. Cleaned up what? Was this the last person to take the test? Haven't had a chance to clean up yet. Now, I don't want to take up too much of your time with blibber-blabber and nonsensical speak, so I'll just get straight to the point. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves life's tough questions. There's one question in particular I'd like you to ask yourself. Huh. Are you happy? Am I? I think I'm happy. When I say happy, I don't mean content. Being content is great, but it's not the same as being happy. I want to help you. Okay? I want to inspire you to be the best that you can be. Thanks, man. That means a lot. I want to inspire you to be the happiest version of yourself. Thanks. I want to see you grow inside and out. Now, how do we accomplish this, you might be asking? Good question. Allow me to explain. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You are going to answer them with 100% entire honesty. Okay? And when I say 100% entire honesty, I mean 100% entire honesty. I swear I just heard, like, the zombie sound from, like, Minecraft. Think about it. You do want to be happy, don't you? You wouldn't want to do something so bold as to tempt fate by lying, would you? No, I'm good. I'll do it. I don't want to be the next, person to write help on the wall. Just remember, if you lie, the only person you're lying to is yourself. What about fate? You literally just said the only person who will suffer from this is you. And believe me, you will suffer. Okay. Not to mention the fact that whether you tell the truth or not, I'll know. But that's another story. Let's be moving on, shall we? We've wasted enough time explaining what we're going to be doing. Just remember, we all want to be good people. We all want to give answers that we feel lend the most desirable human traits within ourselves. But sometimes good people do bad things. And sometimes we don't always have desirable traits as humans. Why is this we or fate? Fate's not a human. I cannot express enough just how important it is to be truly honest while answering these questions, no matter how uncomfortable the truth may feel to you. May make you. Now it's time to get into the real meat of this experience. It's time for you to get the advice that you deserve. As long as I keep my blood in my body. As you read questions and scenarios during this process, I want you to create your own circumstances and build your own bridges to arrive at the answer that best suits your own psyche. If you've never experienced the scenario being asked of you, then simply imagine that you have and try to assume how you might feel in that situation. And I'd like to invite you to pour a glass of water, sit back and relax as we unfold your fate and the secret to overcoming the next hurdle in your life. We're going to start with some basic, easy questions. Let's do it. If you answer these questions twice, your advice may change, but it's not just about answering the questions. It's about many different variables. Many different factors are at play here. Why did the music get real, like, creepy? This is a different ambiance than the nice piano we just had there, Fate. Including the amount of time taken to answer proposed questions. With that being said, it is far more important to actually take your time and think about how honest of an answer you're giving before you give it. Think before I speak. Got it. Whether you do not rush the process. Time is your best friend here. You'll see what I mean soon enough. And here we go. Do you feel uncomfortable right now? No, actually, I'm pretty fine. I kind of woke up, just had coffee, some food. We're good to go. Are you nervous? Not at all. Do you feel cold? Live in Canada? Like, no. Yeah. General temperature, so no. I live in Canada, it's cold outside. Do you feel sad? Not right now. Have you ever hurt someone because you were hurting, even though they didn't deserve it? Okay, this is a weird question because we all hurt in different ways, and they can play into our emotions and how we treat people very differently. I'm also older, so I probably have and didn't realize that because I was upset at X, I hurt Y, and obviously that person or thing did not deserve it, so probably, yeah. Do you crave acceptance by others? Not really. I've kind of done my own thing for all of my life. Have you ever lost a loved one? Yes. Do you know what heartbreak feels like? Yes. Do you believe in demons? No. Do you believe in curses? No. Do you consider yourself to be spiritual? Like, as in ghosts? I think, well, I hold out hope that it could be real. That there could be something inside of us that lives on forever. So I guess so in that sense, not in like a religious sense. So yeah, sure. Are you afraid of dying alone? No, not really. Probably preferable, that way then no one else gets hurt. If there was undeniable proof that a ghost was haunting you, would you continue to live in your home? Okay, well, let's just say the ghost that's haunting me is of the loved one past, and they're not hurting me, and they're not really messing with my life too much, but I know that they're there. Yes. Have you ever seen an object mysteriously move without being touched? I've watched things fall off edges, or like a bag slowly uncrinkle itself and fall, but I know why it was moved, so no, but yeah, probably though, now that I think about it. There's just been times where I didn't see what happened and a thing fell. I go, how did that happen? Do you believe that it is possible for a game to summon supernatural forces into your life without you knowing it? No, not at all. Would you like to make more friends? I'd like to know more people and meet some cool people. I know some a-holes right now, so that'd be kind of nice. Do you consider yourself to be a good friend? No, not really. I'm bad with messaging and everything. Do you feel lonely? Not right now. Talk to me. Excuse me? What the hell was that? I almost didn't catch that. Do you make friends easily? I think so. Do you tend to avoid drama where possible? In the moment, yes. I like to hear about it afterwards, so yeah. Yeah, I have no time for drama in my life. Have you ever had a near-death experience? Yes, more than one. Do you like horror movies? Not at all. I'm a baby. This is all very interesting. Have you played the test? Yes, I have. That's the spirit. Thank you. Have you played the horoscope? Nope. Give it a whack. I'm totally not biased or anything. You watch porn. I think everybody watches porn. Don't need to hide it. Would you consider yourself to be a hard worker? Yeah. I'll give you 110%. Do you have a low opinion of yourself? Yes, that would be from schooling and people being a-holes. Would you consider yourself to be a confident person? Working on it. I'm more confident than I was before. So, yes. Would you help an old lady cross the street even if you were running late for an appointment? Well, if I'm running late for an appointment, I would have called to be like, hey, I'm going to be late, and then give myself the extra time so I don't have to rush. Whether it's work, appointment, something I have planned, I let them know that my bad, messed up, I'll be late, but then give myself the time to make it. Would you kill all of your neighbor's pets just to save one of your own? How many is all? That implies more than one. No, one could be all, but no. No, I'm not going to rob someone else of their pet because I want to keep mine. That's selfish. Have you ever tried to smother yourself with a pillow to see if you could actually suffocate yourself? I've attempted to see if that would work, like, not to, try to hurt myself, but to be like, can you breathe into a pillow if it's put? Yeah, I guess technically I have, but not to hurt myself. I want to be clear. I was just literally curious to be like, can you not breathe through a pillow? I thought it was weird when I first saw it. You cannot if it's pushed hard enough. Have you been caught dancing when you think? Yes, I have. Have you ever tried to roll your eyes back so far just to see if they'd really get stuck? I never heard that. I do like to roll my eyes back, but not as far as I'll go to see if they get stuck. Have you ever played a practical joke that you regret on pulling on someone? Probably when I was a kid, yeah. Are you streaming live right now? Haha, I know I'm recording. Damn it! Yes! Yes! Fuck, yes. If I told you that I was watching you play this game right now, would you believe me? No. I wouldn't. Not at all. If you've left a comment for me at any point in time, I've read your words. Does this bother you? No, not at all. You do you. If you've left a comment for me, does it make you feel positive that I've paid attention to what you've taken the time to write? I comment for myself, to be honest. I don't do it for validation or anything like that. Just, do you understand that no matter what, I appreciate you? Sure. That's really nice of you to say. So yeah, I'll take that. I really do. Are you afraid of snakes? No, I've actually had some as pets in the past. Do you believe in magic? No. No. Not street magic, no. Have you cried in the last month? Yes. Do you have a hero? Do I have a hero? Not really. No. Do you typically learn from your mistakes? Yes. So that way I don't make the same mistake again. I find a way to learn to be better. Do you enjoy outdoor activities? Yeah, outside's kind of nice. Do you consider yourself to be lazy? See, I do, because it's hard for me to motivate myself to do things, but then I enjoy it when I do it. It's a very vicious cycle. Like, I enjoy doing nothing, but then I know I'll enjoy going out and doing things. Yeah, I do consider myself to be lazy. Do you sometimes find it difficult to stay? Yes, I literally just said that. That was kind of weird. Do you put the needs of others before yourself? Okay, in certain situations, yes. If someone, like, needs help, they're upset, or they need someone to talk to, yeah, I'll do that. But, like, yeah, it's always a battle, but I guess, yeah, I'd like to help others before. Would your family and friends describe you as kind? I would hope so. Have you ever cheated in a relationship? No. Have you ever been cheated on in a relation? Not that I can prove. Have you ever considered yourself judgmental? Yes, unfortunately. I'm judgmental, I think, because of how I was judged, but that's neither here nor there. Are you a hero to someone else? I don't know. I would like to be, but I'm going to say no. You love animals? Of course I love animals. What? Any viewer with a super just to make shit real? No. Have you ever found a family member on Tinder and wanted to hit them with a super like just to make shit real awkward? No. No, I'm good. I don't live in Alabama. Yeah, me neither. Fate, what is happening? What is going on? Do you enjoy drinking alcohol? Yes, but not to get drunk. I actually find alcohols I like and enjoy their flavor. Are you intoxicated right now? No, I'm on caffeine though. Well, that makes one of us. Oh, do you like the phrase sneaky snake? When said normally, no. When you say I'm a sneaky snack, then yes. Yes, I do. Are these questions a bit strange to you? Yeah, but they're a good time. Do you have a vivid imagination? Yes. I get lost in my head all the time. Do you feel uncomfortable in large social settings? I used to. Like, I go to parties or whatever, feel them. So, yes to that, but now I'm starting to get a little bit better. I just kind of do my own thing as if I was just, in a crowd, but trying to make friends or anything. So, not really, not anymore, no. You just have to be antisocial. No. No, I try to strike up a conversation with anybody. Do you hold a grudge for long periods of time? Unfortunately, yes. It's a part of me I'm trying to work on. Have you ever urinated in public? I am a man. I've peed in woods, technically public. Do you like pineapple on your pizza? This one might get me some hate. I have a quick backstory. I got about a decade of culinary experience, and I love food, and I love finding flavor combinations, and I really like pineapple on its own. Whether it's fresh, grilled, puree, whatever. I like pineapple. And I found that a sweet and salty mix, so you get the saltiness of your cheeses or your bacons or whatever. I don't say whatever, there are some salts that don't mix well, but like mellow, salty flavors that pair well with small bites of sweetness are really good. And yes, I like pineapple on. Not my number one favorite ingredient. And if it's on there, I'm not going to complain. Yes, I know I like pineapple on pizza, and I knew I like. Thank you, at least somebody. Would you consider yourself to be selfish? No, no, not at all. Do you think you've got a big ego? No. I think that's a no. You consider yourself kinky, kind of. Have you ever masturbated into a fishbowl? Mick, what? No. No. Well, then you can't be that kinky. Excuse you. You can still be religious? No. I'm just going to consider the fact that you've probably masturbated into a fishbowl now, Fate. Would you consider yourself to be temperamental? No. I just think I can call myself together. Come on. If you had to kill someone to save your own life, but knew they didn't deserve it, would you? Oh, you put me like a Saw situation? No. No. Well, are they going to live if I don't? Okay, let's assume it's a 1-to-1. If I take them, I go free. If they take me out, they go free. As bad as it sounds, I am happy with everything in my life, and I don't feel like I need to take another innocent. I have to be innocent in this situation. They are innocent. Then, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take their life. Interesting. Would you sacrifice your own life for a complete stranger? Probably. Yeah, probably. I'm thinking in my head that they're like a child or an adolescent just in a really unfortunate situation. And they could get a chance to live a full life if I did this for them. And yeah, I probably would. I know that would suck for everybody in my life. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I would. Even more interesting. Have you ever been inside of a burning building? No. Have you ever been to a funeral? Too many to count. If you could attend your own funeral before you died, would you take the opportunity to do so? No. What? Why would I want to see all my friends and family like that? If you could see into the future, but you were told that it would only reveal the absolute worst of what's in store for you, would you still look? Probably. You know what? I think I would. I like kind of being prepared for things like that. And I have an idea of what I feel like would be the worst in store for me. Yeah, I would. If you had the power to stop time, would you use it to do something you know you shouldn't? Of course. If you had the power to remove one person from Earth, never to return again, would you use it? Where do they go? You know what? Probably. If I told you that I understand you better than you understand yourself, would you believe me? Well, if you have a psychological degree and you're reading into these answers a lot, and you're putting... Yeah, you probably do. I'll give you that. If someone threatened to kill you, would your first response to be react in violence? No. No, hasn't been. If a stranger stole money from you to support their drug addiction, would you forgive them if they apologized to you? No. That's a lie. Yes, I would forgive them for that one if it was the only time, because at least they came and apologized to me. I didn't find out on my own. And if they're making that step to come and apologize, like, look, I stole from you $20. Even if it was something like I stole from you $100 to support my drug addiction, and I'm really sorry I did that. That shows remorse. That shows an ability to move on. That shows that they can get past that addiction, and they just probably need some help. So yes, I would forgive. If a family member said something nasty about you behind your back, would you confront them about it directly? No. No, I would just know that they did it, and... No. I've had that happen. If you had to eat raw squirrel brains for 3 days to stay alive, would you do it? Yeah? What? If you woke up tomorrow and none of your family remembered who you were, would you choose to leave and start a new life? You say family. I'm assuming you mean my tree of blood-related individuals. And they all forgot. Well, if they forgot, then probably I would have to. I think I would have to. 'Cause how do you try to sit there and talk to your parents who don't know they're your parents, or your brother who doesn't know he's your brother, or sister who doesn't know you're just your immediate family, not even the extended family. And extended, I mean like aunts, uncles, cousins, things like that. I would just be trying to get my parents back. It would be hard and heartbreaking, and I'd still have I guess not, because I would still have my friends and family that are around. If a homeless man was clearly sick, freezing, and utterly miserable in the rain, would you be willing to give him your clothes and walk home naked? Naked's the one thing. No. I'm not going to say that. I would give him everything down to my boxers or my underwear or whatever I was wearing at the time. Sure, that's not a problem. Then I can't get charged for public indecency trying to get home. But to be naked and walk home? No. Hold on a second here. No, it says walk home naked. I can't pick up clothes. I'm taking this in a very literal sense. I can't pick up clothes or a box or something like that to cover myself up to get home. So no. If someone accidentally hit you in their car, but you suffered no injuries whatsoever, would you still be upset with them? Is my car total? Okay, we'll assume for this one, I got hit by their car, but I'm fine. Would I be upset with them? Yeah, I feel like anyone would be upset. Would I be like outright yelling and angry at them? No, I'd be like, dude, what is wrong with you? Did you not see a person walking on the street? Like, what are you, on your phone? Yeah, I'd probably be upset with them. Have you looked for any hidden... No, I have not looked for any hidden anything doing this. Sorry. Maybe you should have been. Well, I did have that red text that came up that said, talk to me. Are you wondering if there's a deeper meaning to all of this other than just simply answering question after question? Kind of, because I played the first game. Miracles happen every day. Do you agree? Yeah, I do. There's some things you just can't explain. They're just... That umbrellas aren't worth lugging around. You don't mind getting rained on. Do you agree? Yeah. No, it's just water. You're good. Red is a prettier color than pink. Do you agree? My favorite color is red, so yes. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag blowing in the wind? I have no idea what that means in the song, and I still don't know what it means when you've said it, so no. Eating in front of people can be awkward. Yes. Yes, it can be. Rings used as ceremonial wedding gift are so outdated. Do you agree? I mean, I guess. Yeah. There are plenty of other things you can do nowadays, and the jewelry market is needs to be messed with a little bit. Yeah. Did you realize that the first letter of the last 6 questions, when combined, spells out the word murder? Nope. Do you know why that is? Because you planned it that way? No, I don't. Does that make you slightly uncomfortable? No. Are you going to start paying closer attention to what you may have gotten yourself into? Not a clue. No, probably won't. Do you realize it's too late to turn back now? Well, I would hope. Yeah, probably. It's been about a half hour. You're here. Where? Do you hear someone in your room? I'm not gonna lie, that I'm here for some reason gave me a chill. It was kind of weird. Do you hear someone in your room? No, I heard some neighbors come home just recently, though. Do you see the shadows closing in? It's a bright and sunny day, so no. Do you feel like you're being watched? No, not really. I'm being recorded. I don't actually get to interact with the people watching. And blinds are closed. That's all closed up over there, so, no. I'm good. Did you look around your room a moment ago? Yeah, technically. Do you like long walks on the beach? I've only ever been on, like, a few beaches. And I guess I've gone for... Yeah, alright, yeah. Do you enjoy giving gifts to people? Yeah. Have you ever felt like giving up on life? This is depressing, but yes, I have. I've worked past it, and I've gotten better. Do you love your family more than you love yourself? I love a lot of things more than I love myself. Do you have a best friend who's clearly better than the rest of your friends? Yeah, I probably do. Yeah, I do. And do you think there's some kind of conspiracy behind the coronavirus? No, I don't care. Do you believe that you're human? Yeah? Maybe. If you could turn invisible, but you could never be visible ever again once you decided to use your power for the first time, would you ever use it? Would I ever just become permanently invisible? Yeah, probably would. Thinking about it, I like that. If you ever knew someone was about to rob a convenience store, but you knew that they were going to do it to feed their family, would you stop them? Yeah, probably. There are better and easier ways to make money than getting yourself criminally involved and going to jail and not being able to see your family. If you were stranded on a remote island with a stranger, and you were both starving to death, but you found a secret stash of food that they didn't know about, would you share with them? More than likely. Two heads are better than one. We could do a bunch of things. If you could turn into an eagle for 1 year, but you wouldn't be able to turn back into a person until that 1 year had passed, would you do it? Take a year off and just fly around for a while? Yes. Why not? If you had the opportunity to earn riches beyond your wildest dreams by fighting a grizzly bear to the death, using nothing but a machete and an army helmet, would you do it? Okay. I'm going to assume that you are giving me this machete and this army helmet, and you're putting me into its natural habitat. It's going to be fully grown, and I'm going to have to fight it. But I get to use tactics. It's not just an arena fight with nothing around. And I get to use, like, elevations and camouflage, and there's no time limit. I have to just kill a grizzly bear with a machete. Well, I have to fight a grizzly bear to the death by wearing an army helmet and using a machete. Yes, I would. Because I feel like I could plan something to give me the best shot out in the wilderness. If you had to pick one basic food item to eat exclusively for an entire year, would you choose potatoes? I can only eat potatoes for an entire year. Okay, well now I gotta think of what I can do with potatoes, because that's a basic food item. I'm assuming spices are allowed. Salt, pepper, and any spice on the spectrum in that sense. I'll exclude things like the garlic powder or onion powder, because those could be considered basic ingredients. So I still get things like cumin, cinnamon, things like that, like all of that spectrum. Yes, I could choose potatoes because they have a multitude of uses. If pizza screamed in agony every time you bit into a piece, would you still continue to eat pizza? Yes, I would eat it all in one bite. If your best friend got bit in the genitals by a highly venomous snake, and the only way to save their life was to suck the venom out of their genitals, would you do it to save them? This is an interesting question, because I would do anything to save my friend's life, and knowing that I like snakes and venom in general, you shouldn't suck the venom out of anywhere. It could end up in your stomach and poisoning you, and you might not get it all out, so you both might just end up dying. The best thing to probably do is to try to get it to bleed, to have the blood push itself out of the wound, by squeezing it, doing whatever you have to do to get the blood to push back out. Sucking is not... No, I would not suck. I would push and make him bleed. Sorry. But I do it to save them. The only way to save it was to suck the venom out. Yeah, alright. You're my best friend. We've been through thick and thin. Was that question difficult to answer? Yes and no. I'd do it, though. Do you feel mortal? Yeah. You enjoy loud music? I love loud music. Do you feel awkward when you dance in front of others? No. If I know that I'm doing it. You suffer from an anxiety disorder. Well, anxiety has a huge spectrum of things. Maybe? We'll say maybe. We'll say no, I guess. Do you ever feel depressed? Yes. You're not alone. What, in feeling depressed? Yeah, there's plenty of people in the world. Do you feel relaxed? Yes, yes, I do, actually. It's quite nice right now. Do you think you have a guardian angel watching over you? Part of me wants to say yes. Just because of what's happened in my life, I feel like... I mean, I could justify all my experiences logically. But it's nice to think that there is something watching over to make sure that I live to the end of my time. That's a comforting thought. But no, probably not. Do you ever hear your name being called? Yes, auditory hallucinations are a thing. I'm going to take special note of that one. Why? Do you always look both ways before crossing the road? No, I can't say that I do. I do it a lot, but not all the time. Do you wash your hands every day? Yes, I do. Do you feel uncomfortable using public restrooms? I feel uncomfortable using public restrooms that are like porta potties or having to go take a poop, let's say in a public area, or like an amphitheater or someplace like that, where yeah, I know it's clean, but there's like hundreds of people. I don't really want to put my butt where their butts were. I have no problem as a guy just going pee at a urinal. That's fine. So I'm going to assume public restrooms are also things like truck stop bathrooms, which, by the way, are gross. Yeah, I do feel a little uncomfortable using them. Restaurants and bathroom stuff like that's fine. Is winter your favorite season? Yeah. I actually really do like winter. Do you know anyone named Josh? Yes, I do. Are you wondering why that last question is relevant? No, I haven't really wondered why any of these questions are relevant. Are you allergic to any animals? Yes, I am, but I still love them anyway. Have you ever thought about an animal in a sexual way? No. Have you ever been in love? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be artistic? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be dominant in day-to-day life? No, I'm more fluid. I like to just kind of ride the waves of life and see where it takes me. Do you feel that you've got too much time on your hands? No, I feel like I don't have enough time on my hands. Can you be easily intimidated by others? No, I don't allow that to happen anymore. Are you easily excitable? No, I wish I was. Do you enjoy solving complex problems? Yeah, I do, actually. I enjoy it. Do you have a difficult time relaxing? No, my brain can shut off and it's fine. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? I consider myself to be bougie at times because of the things I like, but not high maintenance, no. Do you trust easily? Yes. Do you consider yourself to be an honest person? I try to be. Have you ever told a lie? Everybody's lied. I don't care what anyone says. Have you ever lied to your best friend? Have I ever lied to my best friend? It's 15 years, 16 years is a long time to try to remember everything I've ever said. So probably. And it might have only been like the tiniest thing. Have you ever lied to your family? Yes, I have. Have you ever lied about any answers during this session? No. Have you wondered why all these questions have to do with lying? No. This is all very useful information. Are you a people pleaser? Yeah, for the most part, I like to make sure everybody's happy. Do you enjoy being the center of attention? No. Do you feel like you've got a good sense of humor? No, I actually don't think I do. I think I've got a random sense of humor. Do you frighten easily? No. I can't say I do. I don't really jump it too much. What's happening? Am I dying? Are you trying to jump scare me now? Yeah, what are these dots? Come on. Oh, that was odd. I wonder what that was about. Yeah, me too. Can we move? No, we can't. Okay. That's probably a pretty good place for us to stop the simple segment. The simple segment of our questionnaire and move on to the more gritty questions. Cool. The next set of questions will not be yes or no answers. The next portion of our session will be filled with various scenarios that put you in smack dab the middle of vital choice making. We'll see how you handle your options as you delve deep into each scenario. Remember, the key to all of this is to answer honestly. Let's get started. You're home alone, and it's dark. It's storming outside, and all of a sudden there's a knock on your bedroom door. Someone's in your house. What do you do? What do I do? I'm in my room. I'd probably grab a weapon. I would probably grab a weapon, because at least then I can answer who is it, or that's the first thing I do. Then you ask who's there, right? I also have a quick way out of my bedroom, in case that ever needs to happen. But if no answer proceeds, it is a very quick thing for me to go out and around and come back in. I mean, very quick. So we'd go from there. Plus I have a lot of swords. You meet a homeless woman on the street. She asks you for money. You find it within yourself to give her all of the spare change you have. Just as you do, a homeless man approaches, asking if you can spare some change. What do you do? Well, you tell the man you've got no change left to offer. You tell the homeless woman to share with the man. Tell the homeless man to ask the woman for some of her change. Tell the homeless man that you'll get some more from somewhere. I would probably tell the homeless man to ask the woman for some of her change, because I just gave it all to her. And hopefully one act of kindness begets another act of kindness, and she'll share some with that man. Really now? Yeah. Both your mother and your father fall incredibly ill to a life-threatening disease, and there's only enough medicine and facilities to save one of your parents, and time is of the essence. What do? Give the medical treatment to my father, so he lives. Give the medical treatment to my mother, so she lives. Split the medication between the two, even though both may die. I'd save the medical treatment for myself, just in case I get sick. Well, that's not happening. Part of me really wants to split the medication between the two, even though they both may die. You're really asking me to choose between some very influential people in my life, whom are both luckily still around for me. I wouldn't want to see any go before their time. I also have a stepbrother to put into the equation, and because he would help me make this choice, I'm assuming. I would probably just give it to both of them and hope for the best. Hope that their bodies can overcome whatever has been put into them or gotten into them. Also use medical professionals to help with such. Maybe the medication just spares them long enough to get the proper medical help. So I would choose both. That doesn't surprise me. I would hope it wouldn't. I would hope most people want to try to save both of their parents, even though I know some people have shitty parents. You find a case of money tucked away inside a dumpster. Inside, there are 10 solid gold bars and a vial of mysterious liquid. Under the vial, there's a note that says the cure for cancer. What do? Do I turn the case to a professional entity so they can utilize it? No, because then the gold's just going to go to waste for government purposes. I'm sorry. I know what'll happen, and nobody will see it. Although there might be a law here, I'm not 100% sure, that if you turn in valuables, cash, things like that, and it's not claimed within a certain period of time by the rightful owner, to which they have processes and questionnaires, and you have to fully be able to 100% prove that it is yours, you get to keep it after a certain amount of time. The vial that says cure for cancer, it's a vial of mysterious liquid. I could go run some water into a vial, put a drop of food coloring in it, and some particles of whatever, lime juice, whatever, it doesn't matter, and then just write cure for cancer on it. It doesn't mean that it's the cure for cancer, so I'd probably keep the gold bars but give away the cure for cancer. But the cure for cancer, I'd have be smart with to whom I'd give it to, and I would record the entire process to upload it into the media to be like, this is what I found, this is what we're doing, so that way then they can't just take it. And I would put the patent under my name, under like the free patents, so that everybody had access to it. I know I'd be destroying a multi-million, billion-dollar sector of healthcare, but I'd be saving so many lives by doing so, if it was the actual cure for cancer. So I'd sneakily keep the gold bars to fund the research by giving it away to a private company, but have the patent. This is what I would do. What a wasted opportunity. For what? I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't judge. You're stuck alone inside of your house, and you're starving to death. You've completely run out of food, and no one is coming to save you for weeks. The only potential source of food around is your family pets. What do? Kill and eat my pets so I can survive. Continue to starve along with my pets. Attempt to cut meat for my pets, then treat their wounds. Let my pets eat me so they can survive until help arrives. I am 100% going to say I'm going to eat and kill my pets, because once an animal gets to a certain point of starving, I don't care who or what you are, they will tear each other apart as well as you for food. And sorry, that's just how it's going to be. Why am I not surprised? Get effed, bud. Your neighbor's home is on fire. A blazing inferno among smoke emits from the windows. You hear screams for help coming from within, but you can't see past the flames. No one else around is in sight. What do? Walk away. There's nothing you can do. Run into the burning home. Try to rescue anyone you can. Start shouting for help and searching for someone nearby. Call the fire department and keep my distance from the home. These are horrible answers. Call the fire department, right? I'm going to go and layer myself up. I'm going to douse myself with water. I'm assuming a house has a hose on the outside, or is a neighbor's place or whatever. Douse myself in water after I put on my layers, so I'm 100% covered in water. And I'm running in to rescue someone if I can. Because why not? But I would call the fire department before I did that. There are things... I'd end up doing this, but I would call the fire department first. I'm not equipped to do anything, but I'll be damned if I'm just going to stand by and watch somebody die if I could do something about it. I like that. You're fast asleep in your bed when you're awoken by what sounds like a woman's muffled cries from somewhere in your room. You quickly realize it's coming from under your bed. What do? Underneath my bed is a bunch of drawers, and it's like a solid piece. It's to get up under there, I would be very concerned. Hide under your covers, wait patiently, immediately look under the bed, verbally call out and ask who's in your room, or jump out of the bed and run out of the room immediately. I'm probably going to immediately look under my bed, because it's got to be a speaker. There's no way any person would literally be able to fit under my bed. I would just look over the sides, and if the drawers were pulled out or put somewhere, then possibly then. So I'd look under the bed. A man in a fancy suit approaches you while you're walking down the street. He pulls a watch from his pocket and hands it to you. He claims that when the watch stops ticking, it marks the moment your time runs out on this earth. What do? Decline the offer. The watch keeper, while you tell him that he needs professional help. Keep his distance. Tell him you already got 3 of them as a toy in your Happy Meal. Man, I'm going to take the watch and thank him for the gift. Hey, man, thanks. Would you now? Why not? I'd wear it too. Plus, let's be real, if it's just going to end in a violent or weird way, then I'm never going to see the tie-in stop ticking. You're sitting at home playing a game on your PC when all of a sudden someone grips and squeezes your shoulder firmly from behind. What do? Immediately jump up and turn. Scream and stay still in terror. Spin around with a vicious elbow to whomever's behind you. Tell him to squeeze harder. You could use a nice massage. I'd probably, at this point, because, like, look, there's a wall behind me and about 3 feet of room, so if just something randomly appeared there, I'm probably gonna swing a vicious elbow. Ha! You're sitting in the bathtub trying to relax when a hand emerges from the water. What do? I'm getting out of the bathroom. I'm gonna get a hand and try to keep it away from you. Give it a firm handshake, maybe even a solid fist bump. Push it underwater, and then you hope you get some free hand. These answers are fantastic, but in all honesty, I'm jumping out of the bath. Clever. Oh my god, could you imagine just like, come on, hand action. Rip you apart. You get out of bed and immediately fall down into a deep, dark hole. A man is standing above you looking down, telling you to put the lotion on your skin while he watches. What do? Scream for help, start lathering yourself in lotion, tell him you got very sensitive skin and allergies. Ask if he'll come down and help you apply the lotion. I got no choice than to start slathering myself with lotion, although the help would be really appreciated. Can't get my back. Smart choice. You're sitting at home, alone, and all of a sudden, your door slams shut. You see it before your very eyes, and you know that no one is home, and it couldn't have been a gust of wind. What do? Stay perfectly still and watch the door. Look for a weapon around the room immediately. Jump up and try to climb out the window. Run over to the door and open it. I would go about my business while keeping an eye on the door, especially if I knew it wasn't a draft or anything like that, but in this case, I'm gonna go over the door and open it. I like that. Someone you've known for many years but have no attraction to tells you that they've had a massive crush on you for a long time. What do? Ask them out on the date. Who knows what might happen? Tell them you're flattered but not interested. Tell them that you feel dating might ruin your friendship. Ask if they want to be friends with benefits. This leads into a full conversation of things. So one, we're going to assume that I'm single in this case. Someone comes to me who I don't have an attraction to, that I've known for many years, and goes, I have a huge crush on you. I would tell them that I'm flattered, and maybe we can go and talk about it over coffee or food. So technically a date, but to have a serious conversation about it. So it's kind of a mix of these two is what I would do personally. So I'm gonna just tell them that I'm not interested. Look, I would rather not lead them on. One of those types. Don't judge me. Your dog starts randomly barking into the darkest corner of your living room. There doesn't appear to be anything there, but your dog insists on escalating to growls. What do? Try to calm your dog down by petting them. Stand and stare at the corner to see if anything moves. Walk up to the corner and extend your hand to feel for anything. Walk out of the room and ignore it entirely. I'm going to take my dog. We're going to go for a walk. And I'm going to shine a light into the corner so he can see that there's nothing there. I'm going to try to calm him down, and then we're going to go out of the house. I'm taking note of that. You see a massive spider in your room, the size of your hand. What do? Well, I guess we're moving out now. Grab something bigger to smash it, burn the entire house down. I'm going to try to capture it. Are you kidding me? That thing is massive. In Canada? Something the size of my hand? Like, something that friggin' big. Like, I'm 100% attempting to capture it. I like spiders. I'm weird. Your closest family member tells you that they're a serial killer. What do? Tell them you don't want to know any more details. Ask them information so you can help them stay out of trouble. Try to convince them they need help. Tell the authorities. Well, I don't know. I think who my closest family member is. Probably would be my brother, I would assume. He's a serial killer, so he's killed more than one. I mean, I would just be like, dude, I don't want, I don't want to know anymore. I'm gonna pretend like I never heard it. Yeah. I probably might even turn. That would be the first thing I would do, so that's what I'm gonna have to go with, I guess. If you found out that you only had one day left to live, what would you do? Tell everyone that I loved. Tell them to be happy, not sad. Do something insane and crazy, anything goes. Not tell anyone at all, just act as if nothing had changed. Spend my time on my own, away from others. I'm gonna go do something insane and crazy and something that it doesn't matter. Even if it's like flying down the highway at 260 kilometers an hour. I can do it. I'd go on a cop chase across the highway. Now making sure that I'm not gonna endanger anybody. We'll put that little caveat in there. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. What are we gonna do? I'll be dead by morning. Alright then. If one of your pets started speaking to you and told you that they've got a dire warning, that they were going to die if you didn't let them eat all the ice cream in the freezer, what would you do? I'm not going to give them the ice cream because I'm not going to fall for it. The ice cream that is literally in my freezer is chocolate, and I'm assuming that the pet would be a dog. Dogs cannot eat chocolate. Obviously go lie down. Too high for this valid answer. But I'm not going to give them the ice cream. I'm not going to fall for that one. Oh, lovely. All of a sudden, you could start hearing other people's thoughts, and the person next to you is thinking about mugging you and stealing your money. What would you do? Take preemptive action and beat them up first. Tell them you don't think mugging you is a good idea. I would 100%. It's possible ignore it. Mugging me is not a good idea. That sounds reasonable. 100%. You know how thrown off anybody would be if you were thinking something and someone turned around and be like, that's a stupid idea. Your best friend comes to you and tells you that they just accidentally killed someone and they don't want to go to prison. What do? Help them hide the body? Report them to the authorities. Tell them they're on their own, but you won't rat them out. Try and convince them to turn themselves in. What was an accident? I mean, okay. I understand that my closest family members told me they were a serial killer, and I told them straight up ignored it. A serial killer is someone who, if I was like, I'm going to throw you over to the authorities, I'm dead immediately. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's a serial killer that's done it before, they'll do it again. My best friend, look, man, you've got to go to the authorities. If you go and it's accidental, and it's better than living with, like, there's remorse here. There's no remorse with a serial killer. I'm going to try to convince my best friend to be like, look, dude, we got to do the right thing. Now, if he's insistent on hiding the body, well, you're dying in your car, and you accidentally, you're driving in your car, and you accidentally run someone over. You're pretty sure that they're okay, but the fact that their head is clearly detached from their body suggests it's probable. Just wishful thinking. Probably just wishful thinking. What do? Call my best friend and tell him I don't want to go to prison. Turn yourself into the authorities, drive away, open them and tell what you did. Try to hide the body. Probably call my best friend. I'm watching you. Interesting how that played out. I think it's time we move on to the next portion of our test. The following questions that shall be asked of you are would you rather style questions. Imagine you've got a gun to your head and you absolutely must choose an answer, no matter how uncomfortable that may be. Let's get started, shall we? Would you rather be loved by all or feared by all? Loved by all sounds so much nicer. Would you rather never get angry or never get jealous? I'm not ever really jealous of much, but I get angry more than I get jealous, so I would rather never get angry again. Would you rather be held in high regard by your parents or by your friends, by my friends? Sorry. I don't, that's just how, whoever. Would you rather live in space or live under the sea? Probably in space. I feel like space has a lot more to offer. Under the sea, we haven't even explored most of the sea. But I'd rather live in space. It just sounds so much cooler. Would you rather donate your body to science? Wait, donate your body to science or donate your organs to people who need them? People who need them. I'm already an organ donor as it is. Would you rather go to jail for 5 years for something you didn't do, or get away with something horrible you did but always live in fear of being caught? After 5 years, I mean, you really have to make it about 25. I think that's the legal statutory limit here in Canada. So I don't have to live in fear for the next 25 years. Or just 5 years. But it's something I didn't do. And going to jail. Okay, I got a scenario this out. Let's say I'd go to jail for 5 years, and then they were like, "Oh no, he didn't do it. We got to expunge all of this from his record and things like that." Um, it would make it stupidly hard even then to be able to find a job and have a normal life. But I've also, on the other hand, done something stupidly horrible. It also depends on people's version of horrible. I'm going to take the 5 year ones. I'm going to assume that if I've been wrongfully incarcerated for 5 years, I could go after the judgment system and the people that put me there for money. And I get to walk away with a clear conscience, money in the bank, and the people who messed up in the beginning hopefully no longer practice in law. Would you rather work at a horrible job that you hate but retire comfortably in 10 years from now? Or would you work your dream job but have to work until the day you die? Well, if I'm working my dream job, I'm never working a day in my life. That's a simple one. Would you rather every shirt you'll ever wear to be somewhat itchy, or only be able to use one-ply toilet paper? I'm gonna take the one-ply toilet paper. So let's be real. If every shirt I have is comfortable, I would rather be comfy in my day-to-day life than just the moments of pooping. That makes more sense to me. Plus, if you were to even invest then in something like a bidet, which is like a, if you don't know what a bidet is, I would highly suggest looking it up. Then it's fine. I'll take the one ply. Would you rather have skin that changes colors depending on your mood, or have tattoos appear on your body to depict what you did yesterday? I think color changing skin would be cool. You'd be end up with like a medical mystery, but yeah, I'll do color changing skin. I don't want tattoos to show what I did yesterday. Sometimes, if I'm trying to like buy a gift for somebody or something like that, I don't want that to be like prominent right on my arm to be like, oh, I bought this here kind of a thing, and they see it and then they go, oh, and then the surprise is ruined. Would you rather shit every time you orgasm or orgasm every time you see a dog? Shit every time you orgasm or orgasm every time you see. There are a lot of dogs in the world. A lot. I even see them like in public place. Yeah, no, I gotta take orgasm orgasm shits for 5,000, Alex, please. Ugh. If your partner switched bodies with one of your parents and the only way to get them to switch back was to have sex with one of them, would you rather have sex with your partner in your parent's body or sex with your parent in your partner's body? The fuck is wrong with you? No, seriously. What the fuck is wrong with you? Just answer the question. Doesn't say to completion. Would I be able to perform if it was my parents' body? Probably not. Oh no. This is a fucked question. It doesn't say to completion. Literally, sex could just be the act of penetration, so it could just be one and done. And in which case, I would probably just go with my partner's body because then that's still. Yeah, I'd have to go with that one. Partner's body had to be. Ugh. That one had to. That one had no bearing on your results. I was just curious. Get fucked, bud. Ugh. I think we've answered enough of these types of questions, as I'm sure you'd agree. Yeah, what a way to end it. Yeah, we're going to end the test with a short series of final questions giving simple answers. We'll get started now. What out of the following options, what number do you like the most? 11. Out of the following options, which color resonates with you best at this exact moment? Black, red, blue, green. Black is a shade, once again, but red probably. Out of the following options, which creature are you least comfortable around? Probably, like, I like all of those. I think they're all really cool. I'm gonna go and say that if it's a venomous spider or snake or the scorpion still has its stinger, so like that's all well and good, but it would probably be the scorpion. I'm going to just assume like regular. No, nothing. Like they're all there, so probably a scorpion. Out of the following options, which flavor is your favorite? Oh, I see how you spelled flavor. I like that. It's Canadian French way of spelling it. Which flavor is my favorite? Peanut butter. Oh, but there's mint. No. I love both of these. In order, with no particular order. These are like my top 3: chocolate, peanut butter, and mint. Oh no, probably peanut butter, then probably mint, then chocolate. Out of the following options, which do you personally value the most? Family, friends, money, freedom. Freedom. I like being able to just choose where I go and what I do. Out of the following options, which could you most live without? Probably money. Out of the following options, which statement is the most accurate? I'm brave, caring, smart, attractive. Probably smart, I would assume. Out of the following options, which are you most afraid of? Living forever, losing my loved ones, dying alone, dying immediately after this test is finished. Which am I most afraid of? Okay, if you click losing, if you're like, oh, I'm not afraid of living forever, but I'm afraid of losing my loved ones, guess what? If you live forever, you're losing your loved ones. And that also means if you're living forever, you're never going to die alone, but you're going to watch everyone you ever know, love, care about pass. I would probably be most afraid of living forever. We're almost finished, but I've got one final question for you. Have you ever punched a nun? No. I want to, but no. You really ought to try it sometime. It can really take the edge off. Thanks? Alright, we're done here. I'm through with you. I'm just going to calculate your results very carefully. I don't want to miss anything important. Trying my absolute hardest not to judge you right now. Trying to keep this as professional as possible. Aha. Here we go. Based on what you've told me, I've come to a conclusion. This is what I personally believe would be in your best interest to acknowledge, set in motion, and accomplish in order to climb the ladder to happiness in your life. First and foremost, I'd like to start with a blanket statement that everyone truly needs to hear. Something that is taken for granted far more than anything else in life. Something that has such incredible, unique, irreplaceable value compared to any other thing on this earth. And that, my friends, is the value of time. Time is the most valuable form of currency you will ever hold in life. You can spend time on anyone, doing anything, for any reason. Now, time can be spent, time can be wasted, and time can be taken away. But time can never be refunded. Time can never be earned back, and more time can never be gained. Imagine a bank account with all the money you'll ever get to spend in life. Now imagine not knowing how much money is in your account. Imagine going to the store one day to purchase something you really need, and the cashier tells you, I'm sorry, but you cannot afford that. As a matter of fact, you could never afford anything. ever again. We only have so much time, and we have no idea just how much or how little we truly have before our bank accounts run dry. The fact that we get to decide and choose what we spend our time on just shows how truly special it is when someone spends their time on you. So now that we understand the incredible value of time, I'd like to make a suggestion for you personally on how I think you'd be best spending your time in order to achieve what you need most at this current stage in your life. Let's see here. Okay, where do I even start with you? Your priorities are all out of whack. We need to fix this and quick. The problem is you're spending way too much of your time on people who don't deserve it, and way too little on your time on people who do. I want you to think long and hard about who you spend the majority of your day on, and think about everyone else in your life. Now, I want you to think about losing each and every one of those people, and think long and hard about how losing each one would make you feel. Some of them are going to hurt a lot more than others because some of those people mean a lot more to you than others. But you're not allocating your time based on how much certain people mean to you. Now are you? You just realized that the amount of time and energy you put into some people and how little you put into others would make you feel an incredible amount of guilt if you started losing people that mean the most to you. My advice to you is to start spending more time with the people you truly care about, and more importantly, spend your time with people who truly care the most about you. If you can master this little trait, and take a little extra time to set in motion, you're going to see an entirely new world open up before your very eyes. I think you'll be very surprised just how much of a positive impact this can have on your life going forward. I hope this information helps you achieve your goals. Your secret word is deserving. Remember this word. This will come in handy. I don't spend my time with a lot of people. Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of this session and leave it in a comment for us. We will be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in a future project we are currently working on. If you left your secret word for us in the test or the horoscope, we've read your feedback and it has helped us construct this project. As well, we have a third installment of the test that we are currently developing. Don't be afraid, this is an opportunity for you to be a part of history. This is a chance for you to be part of something greater. Be sure to note your secret word in your comments. If you don't wish to be a part of the upcoming project, simply leave your secret word out of the comments. We will not select your name. We appreciate any and all comments you leave, and we always read them thoroughly. Thank you for taking the time to answer these questions. I know they've been some help to you, and if they aren't, it will all make sense very soon. Trust me on that. One more thing. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We've read every single review and comment left for us. We love the conspiracy theories behind the greater meaning of all of this. And the third and final installment of the test series, all will finally be revealed. But not a single person has been able to figure out what this entire experiment is about yet. We look forward to reading your thoughts and feelings as it helps you shape what we do, and we work on future projects to bring the most emotion out of you. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for everything you do, thank you for playing, and thank you for contributing your secret word to our projects. If you wish to support us further, we would love it if you checked out our other titles and other games section of the title screen. Okay. That's that. I am deserving. Hey, I think that's kind of interesting. Those questions are hard to answer, to say the least, but you kind of got to talk them out. Even if it's just with yourself, Maybe you just sit down and you're not recording, you're not live streaming, you're not doing anything. You just want to take it and see what you get. I think it's worth the delve. I think it's worth to give your money to the devs, so. We've made a list of names of those who have supported our projects along the way, and we will continue to extend this list in future titles. Would you like to see them now? Warning, the list is quite long. I'm gonna say no. I'm great that you did get supported. These are actually kind of short and easy, the way I like most of my games. That sentence could have went really weird, but hey, I would suggest checking them out. There's 3 titles. I'll record the other one here probably later this week. Probably get another episode of Spiritfarer out or something like that also. But thank you for watching. If you ever want to check me out, I got Twitch for live streams and Twitter to find out when videos go live. But yeah, thanks for watching, and love you. Bye.